Hi guys. So I said, oh, my earrings got caught. I hope you all are well. I said I was gonna make this very quick video on basically online dating do's and don'ts for Black women, especially if you're looking to date interracially, date out in any way, or just hopefully find someone online. So yeah, as you guys know, I have always talked about my good relationships experience on online dating. I've always had a really good experience online dating on, apps. Actually, I've only ever really used one app. Hold on, I'll take my glasses off because it's actually cramping my style today. I've only actually ever used one app in my entire online dating experience. I've never used Tinder, first of all. I've never used Happen, Hinge, Match, or any of those other apps. The only app I ever used was actually Badoo, which is really weird. My first ever partner I found on Badoo. So I've had about 5 long-term relationships, I think. Yeah, I think give or take about 5 long-term relationships, and as in like it was at least 2 years. And yeah, essentially my first ever partner was like when I was maybe about 18 or 19, and then I found him on an app. And then the second partner I met as well was also on an app. The last partner before my ex, I actually met him at school. I met him doing my master's, and then I met my ex on an app. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just trying to remember anything because once I leave a relationship, I try not to think too much about it and I focus fully forward on my future. So I met G on an app. And you guys all know G by now. If you've been following the channel, you all know my baby. You guys all know G by now. If you don't know G, you need to go back and watch some videos. I don't know if G will ever be on the channel. I think he expressed interest in filming a video with me once on just like maybe a get to know me video where we ask each other questions in front of the camera and, just get to know each other a bit on the camera and, people get to know us rather, should I say, because we know each other very well, but people get to know us and our dynamic a little bit. He's expressed interest in this, but I am not sure if I will ever do that, if I will ever let him on the channel. I don't know. You got to protect what you love. And people be crazy out here. People are unhappy and crazy, so you have to be careful. But yeah, essentially, I never used any other app other than Badoo to get all the relationships that I've been in, including my current fiance now. Now, one thing I will say with Black women, especially, there's a lot of stuff about blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. I mean, who cares? I'm tired of, I don't even care. I don't even care enough to repeat it. Like, I just do not care. But what I would say is ignore all of that. Ignore all of that. Forget about all of it. It's not important. What is important is what you want. What do you want from these apps? What do you want from these apps? That's what you need to know. As soon as you know what you want from these apps, then you can really start to think about, okay, how am I going to present myself? What am I going to write on my profile? Where am I going with this? Now, the first thing I will say you definitely shouldn't do if you're a Black woman is not talk about how you haven't had any matches. Don't bring negative stuff on your profile, or don't talk about how you're looking for a specific race of guy. Don't do that either. Don't say, oh, I'm looking for a white guy, or I'm looking for a black guy, white guys, blah, blah, blah. Just write a little bit about yourself, not too much. So whenever I used to see people's profiles and the profile is so long and it's going all the way down, I'm just like, oh my God, Why am I reading a whole story about your life and we haven't even met yet? Relax. That doesn't mean that you should only put like one line or two lines. No, 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 that's ridiculous. Put a good amount of information about yourself in your profile. What you like to do for fun, something fun, but also something serious as well, so that people don't think that you're not serious about what you're looking for. It really depends on what you're looking for. On Badoo, they give you, choices. You can either say you're looking to chat, you're looking for a relationship, you're looking for something serious, or you're just looking to have fun. So those are the options you have. So depending on the options you have, that will really decide on what you what you write on your profile. But as a Black woman, if you're looking to date out, I wouldn't suggest you put "I'm looking to date out," because then you're just going to get people who specifically only want to date you because you're Black. You don't want that. You want someone that wants to date you because they like the idea of you and they want to get to know you for who you are. That's the most important thing. Second of all, I would say you guys really need to look at the kind of pictures you're taking, because when I was looking at some people's profiles, I mean, I'm not even trying to be funny, but some of you guys don't know how to take photos. There's so much blurriness in your photos, the outfits as well. You need to try and coordinate outfits, and don't have too many photos. Some of you guys are having like photos with your dog and photos with a big fish and photos with, it's just it's too much. Also, really be careful about the amount of photos that you're putting. When I was on Badoo, I saw profiles because I set my profile to both men and women. Now, I did that because I was curious about what the women were doing on their profiles when, they were going on Badoo. I was thinking, okay, what's other women's profiles like? I was just curious about it. And I was seeing that some women would literally have, 30 pictures on the app, and that's just crazy. Nobody is going to go through 30 pictures. Maybe 10 pictures, 12 pictures. I think I had on about 10, 12 pictures at most. And they were all in different backgrounds, different outfits. I wanted to give people a feel of the kind of person I am, and that my outfit changes with my mood. Also that I'm in different places. You need to have a variety of photos. Try not to have like too many family photos, because people won't even be able to tell who you are sometimes in the photos. And you also distract from yourself. I see a lot of women putting photos of their female friends and their girls and even some of their cousins. And some of these guys don't know who these people are. So they might even be thinking you've put your boyfriend on your app, or you've put a male guy friend on your app, or they may even be distracted by some of the friends you've put in your pictures on your profile. You don't need to do that. It's your profile. It's about you. So it should just have pictures of you and your activities and what you do on your own. So yeah, that's another don't. Don't put too many group pictures and, pictures of random guys, even if they're male friends, just don't do it. You can leave all of that to when you actually get on an actual conversation with someone and it's flowing, and then they can understand a bit more about you, and then it makes sense for you to do that. Another thing I would say you really should avoid is avoid spending months talking to someone in an app. It doesn't make sense, because a lot of people waste so much time talking to someone in an app for months, and you're still in this talking phase for months, when actually you should have really been in a dating phase. Are we seeing each other? Are we moving towards something serious? And this is what I mean when I say date with intention. Do not waste your own time talking to somebody on an app thinking that they are on the same playing field that you are on. This person could be dating other people, seeing other people at the same time as they're talking to you, but you're putting all your energy into this one person, and you haven't actually met them yet. You don't even know if the chemistry you have on the app is the same as in real life. You don't even know if you guys, enjoy each other's company. It's just not a good idea. It's not a good idea, and it's not the mindset of someone who's serious I see this with black women all the time. Spending months talking to a guy on an app or months talking to a guy, you haven't even met him. Please stop doing that. It's not going to get you where you want to be. It doesn't make any sense. See the guy as soon as possible. If you are on a dating app, you need to see whoever you're talking to as soon as possible, so you know if you guys are meshing in real life, if you guys have that vibe, if you understand each other, if you like each other, if you want to be around each other, do that quickly. So if it doesn't work out, you quash it and you move forward. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? You quash it quickly. So another thing I would say as well, just because you're speaking to one guy you really like, even if he's a guy, the kind of guy that you're looking for, he's the guy outside of your race, doesn't mean that it's going to go anywhere. When I was talking to G, there were several other guys that I was talking to. In fact, there was another guy I dated seriously even while I was talking to G, and even while I was getting to know G. And guys, when I say date does not mean sleep around. And I think people make this mistake. People think that in order for you to date someone, you have to sleep with them. You don't have to date people. You don't have to sleep with people that you're dating. That's really, really a misconception. You do not have to do that. Dating can literally just be going out to different places and seeing what you guys are like in a different setting each time. And that's really important. You don't always just have to stick to one person. When they say options, it really should be, you should be dating, you should be talking to different people and seeing which person you like the best. And you need to make sure that this guy likes you as well in the same level. This is another don't. Do not like anyone you're talking to on a dating app. If they're not giving you the same intensity that you're giving them, you need to bounce. Because some of you black ladies are really falling head over heels. And not just black ladies, I would say women as well. You're falling head over heels for these guys and they don't even know if they like you. Does the man even know you're alive? This is why I like that NSYNC song. Is he gonna stay by your side? Does a man even know you're alive? Honestly, I love that song. Girlfriend. That's it. Would you be my girlfriend? Oh my gosh. That is such a good song. And it's so true. Some of you are already planning your weddings and planning stuff with people that you've just met and you don't even know if the person has the same interest in you. Some of you are also seeing guys that you're dating online, and the level of intensity, the level of interest on both sides isn't equal. A man must be more interested in you, or at least on the same level of interest. You cannot be more interested because it's not going to go anywhere. It must be level, or he must be more. And you must still be interested in him, of course. So yeah, that's another thing I would say is a don't. Don't get so hooked on someone who hasn't even shown you. And what do I mean by this? He's not responding to your messages in the same way you're responding. I know that everybody has different communication styles, but if someone really likes you, they're going to make sure they respond to a message that you send them. They're not going to play games with you unless they're just, in that game playing phase in which you just need to walk away. They're not going to play games with you. They're not going to be like, oh, I'm just going to wait half the day before I respond to her. They're not going to do that, especially if they're mature, and if they really, really like you, they're going to make sure that you always know that you're on their mind. And even if they don't respond immediately, they're going to let you know, hey, I'm sorry, I was working, I was doing this. I'm ready now, I've got the time for you. If a guy isn't doing that on a dating app, and you guys haven't done that very quickly, or at least some point quickly, it's probably not going to go anywhere. And I know why I'm saying this, because every single time I have moved, the guy has been really, really interested and I've been interested, it's always ended up in a relationship on the app. Another thing I would say is some guys will try their best to take the conversation from the app to another app. That can be really good and it can be really bad. It depends on you, the woman. Do you like the guy? Do you want to take the conversation off the app? If you do, take the conversation off the app. If you don't take the conversation off the app. If you want to take the conversation off the app and you really like the guy, but you leave the conversation on the app, you will not make it to a relationship stage, because he needs to get off the app in order to actually fully focus on you. If he's still on the app, he can't make it into a relationship stage with you. So if you're really interested in him and he gives you his number, or he gives you his social, well, I don't know about social media. If he gives you his number and he's really interested in you, take that leap. Take that leap and get off the app. And make sure he's off the app as well. Like, two of you guys should show each other, hey, I'm off the app. You're off the app, I'm off the app. There should be that communication. You should both be aware that you're both going off the app because you want to pursue something more seriously. One thing I would say as well with black women, if you are looking to date interracially, you need to understand that the culture is different depending on the kind of guy that you're dating. Not every white guy is the same, because there are different cultures. Not every white person has the same culture. Like, you need to, I really need you guys to understand this, you know. Even though, you know, you can get certain guys that, you know, look similar, the culture can be very different. And because of that, it means that sometimes even their style of communication is very different. Some guys really like to do video calls. I think definitely you should do video calls or some sort of call as soon as you can. Just to make sure that you actually like the look of the guy and that he likes the look of you, you know, before it actually gets to a date stage. Yeah, because you don't want to get to a date stage without even knowing what the guy looks like on video. It's not smart. It's not good. Because obviously we all know that people's pictures can sometimes be out of date, you know? We have a whole show called Catfish for a reason. We have a whole MTV show called Catfish for a reason. So yeah, and on top of that, I would also say, like I said, be mindful that not every white guy has the same culture. So, you know, depending on what kind of white guy you're talking to, or you're not even just a white guy, just in general, anyone outside of your race as a black woman, just be mindful of that as well. Be mindful that the culture will dictate how he behaves. That's something that you really need to be made aware of. And you may not be used to that because maybe you've dated in your race your entire life, blah, blah, whatever. It's okay. A couple of things I say you should do, and this goes for any woman, really, not even just a black woman in general, just any woman. I will say that you should be very honest about what you want, be very intentional. Be very honest about what you want, be very intentional about what you want. If you want a relationship, put it on your profile. Do not pretend you do not want a relationship. Do not go, oh, I want to fling, and then hope to turn it into a relationship. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. If you want a relationship, be upfront about you wanting a relationship. If you want to chat to people, don't feel pressurized if someone wants a relationship as well. You know, because at the end of the day, you know why you only want to chat to people. So just keep that in mind as well. If you meet someone that's really nice, don't be afraid to, you know, explore that if you so wish. Another thing I will say as well, you know, that you really should do is, like I said, you should be talking to more than one person, but narrow down who you really like quickly. Don't waste time. Don't waste months thinking, oh my God, who do I really... Because people are doing things. People are moving on. People are doing things. People are moving on. Life waits for nobody. So narrow down the kind of person that you like out of all the people that you have, you know, spoken to, met up with, dated, and yeah, essentially choose. And be steadfast with your choice if you really do like this person. Another thing I would say as well is to be extremely steadfast with your boundaries and your standards. I remember there was this one guy before I met G, there was this one guy, he really wanted to take me out on a date. And it was really funny and really silly at the same time because it was just pointless. He asked me out on a date and then he made a reservation for a table. I called him the day before just to find out, are we still on? Just in case. And he was like, yeah. And then he cancelled the hour before and he was so interested in taking me out, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, that's great. I am not giving you another chance. And he begged and begged me and I said, nope. I am very, 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 very understanding when it comes to people needing to cancel, but not an hour before the date. And, you're not going to get another chance after that. I'm very, very, very strict on that because I don't like people believing that they can think that my time isn't valuable. It's very important. And he kept asking me, he was like, oh, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, but I'm very sure. I don't want to see you. I don't want to reschedule. You've cancelled an hour before our date. It doesn't make sense. I'm not even interested in seeing you anymore. And I don't know why he cancelled. He said a really bogus and ridiculous reason. But either way, it was still unacceptable to cancel an hour before the date. I hadn't even left my house. Thank God I hadn't even got ready. You know how we are. We say we're ready, but we're not ready. So, yeah. Be very, very steadfast with your standards. If somebody does something and you don't like the way they've acted, you don't have to actually go along with that. You can just cut it and end things there. You don't even have to give an explanation as to why. If you want, you can say, look, I'm sorry, I don't like this behavior. Bye. There doesn't need to be, a huge ruckus or a song and a dance over it. If you're just not interested or you don't like what the person has done, you can let them know and you can just keep it moving. So yeah, these are just a couple of, hold on, I want to come sit down because I'm tired. These are just a couple of examples, I would say, about do's and don'ts for dating, especially if you're looking to date interracially as a black woman, or you're just looking to date online and try and find someone in general. Every time I have been online, I have found a relationship that has lasted at least 2 years. And obviously, me and G have been together for about a year now. Our anniversary is coming up. We don't know what we're going to do for that. We don't know what we're going to do. It's going to be something fun. But it's very, very important that you're dating with intentions. So don't be confused about what you want, and don't allow anyone to confuse you either. If you want something, a specific thing, you must stick to what you want. You cannot allow yourself to be swayed just because you meet someone and you really like them. If you want a relationship, you meet a guy and he tells you, I don't want a relationship, then what do you need to do? You need to move forward. 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 Shall I say it again for you? You must move forward. You must move forward. In fact, I'm going to make a whole song about it. You need to move forward. Seriously, you need to move forward. In fact, here, I'll smack my spatula. It's not spatula. It's this thing that Greg got me, but I just love it so much. I'm going to smack it just for extra effect. Move forward. Move forward. Move forward. You need to move forward. If the guy has told you he's not interested in a relationship and you really like him, move forward. When you want a relationship, don't trap yourself in a situationship or a friends with benefits, especially if it's someone off a dating app. It doesn't make any sense. You can literally just jettison from that situation and focus on actually finding what you want. Don't give anybody a chance 100% unless they've told you they want exactly the same thing. And even then, you must monitor their attitudes daily. You must monitor the way they behave daily. If a guy is telling you something, but he's not showing you, then it's pointless. The words are worthless. At the same time, he must also say these things as he's showing you these things. Another thing as well, like I said previously, in many times in my videos, a guy can live with you and not commit to you. A guy can have kids with you and not commit to you. A guy can fly you around the world and not commit to you. A guy can, I don't know, he can do anything and not commit to you. Genuinely. He can buy you handbags, this and that, and still not commit to you. He has to show you every day through his actions that he is committed to you. That's how it works. And he has to follow through with what he says. He has to make sure that you have to make sure that he is your priority. That you are his priority. If you meet any guy through an app and he isn't showing you right from the start that you are his priority, if he is making weird jokes consistently about, oh, I've never dated a black girl before, oh my God, I've never dated a black girl, I can't wait to try a black girl, exit stage left. What kind of Odebruku is that one? What kind of Olodo? What kind of Olodo? What kind of Olodo is that one? If any guy, if a white guy, or if any guy, or, you know, he may not even be white, just someone that's not in your race, and I'm saying this to black women, but even not just black women, just women in general, if any guy is making your race as one of the huge reasons why he's interested in you, this person is not interested in who you are. You could be anybody and they would be happy as long as you are the race you are. Who you are is not what makes them interested in you, because they are interested in dating a certain race based off their own weird prejudices and ideas of that race. So it's basically a fetish. It's not an actual, true, genuine connection because you're interested in that person and you want that person and you want to know them deeply inside and out. It's not that. So yeah, avoid guys like this that make your race about everything. When you do find a guy that you like, try not to make every conversation about race. It's really a relationship and passion killer. Definitely, it's something, you know, you should talk about it. It's good. Talk about it every once in a while, but don't make it like the whole focal point of your relationship, because it just doesn't bring joy to anybody on any side. Unless your whole life is literally activism, just try and keep that, you know, there's a place to talk about these things. If there are serious topics you want to talk about, then you can talk about it, but it shouldn't be like an everyday thing. The guy's going to start dreading talking to you after a while. He's going to be like, oh God, not again. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So yeah, that's it really. That's all I got to say about online dating do's and don'ts. Oh yeah, do I have anything else to say? I don't know. I'm trying to think of other things that you can do to avoid having your time wasted and find someone that you really love and connect with and can build a life with off dating app, because it's very possible. You can do it. You can find someone that you want to build with a life with. So many people are finding people that they are married to and building lives with off the app. The guy needs to delete the app. The guy needs to delete the app in front of you. He needs to do it in front of you, and he needs to know it shouldn't be a big deal. If you ask the guy, if you start dating a guy on a dating app and you ask him, have you removed the dating app? And he says, yeah, but you're not sure, then it's a high chance he's not removed it. Because only you know what your guy is like. If, you know, it gets to a point where, you know, you don't trust this person and you go back on an app trying to search for him, no, just remove yourself from that situation. This guy is not as serious as, you know, the relationship about the relationship as you are. Don't allow yourself to run mad for any guy. Like, it's really, really, don't do that to yourself. Don't let yourself run mad for any guy. It's not good. It's not good. Oh, I remember this. There was this Nigerian film I was watching. It was so funny. The actor, I think the actor was Yul Edochie, but his sister was crying over a guy who dumped her. And the guy was like, why are you crying? Is it about your boyfriend? Don't worry, I'll buy you another boyfriend. It was so funny when he said that. Obviously, you know, it's a joke, but at the same time, you also really need to have that mindset in that if a guy isn't showing you the same respect that you want to be showed and that you are showing him, then you just need to leave. You know, don't allow the app to make you, how do I put this? Don't allow the app to make you jaded and bitter, because I see so many comments on YouTube about people going, oh my God, I hate dating apps. It made me want to die. It made me want to finish myself. It made me want to do this. I mean, look, people are already mad enough, right? In real life. But now you have an app where people can literally be mad, you know, like it's their day job with no consequence. So you have to take everything with a pinch of salt until the person is fully showing you that they are committed to you and really want to be with you. Keep your options open. Keep your options open. Open door. Open door. Seriously, keep your options open. It's very important. Even when I first started talking to G, I had been on several dates before. And I had been on, you know, 1 or 2 dates. I think I had been on maybe 1 date as well. Although me and G, we quickly realized that we really, really, really liked each other, and we really connected on a deep, emotional, genuinely emotional level. Like, in fact, our first date, we spoke about anxiety and stuff like that. He took me out to this beautiful restaurant. We went to like 3 restaurants on our first date. And we spoke about anxiety. And I was just thinking, oh my gosh, it's so nice to be able to speak to this random person about anxiety. And that was when we were both like, oh yeah, okay, this is good. I like this. So, yeah. But still, I had my options open. Still, I had my options open. So it's important that you have your options open always. Yeah, that's what I would say. Until the guy has really showed you that he wants to commit, and he's actually showed you and continuously shows you every single day. That's very important. I will finish off with this. Building a relationship is work. You can never stop working when you're in a relationship with someone. You can never stop working hard to build towards the kind of relationship that you want to be in. You cannot be the only person that's working towards, otherwise you're in a relationship with yourself. Yes, if you are the only person working towards building the kind of relationship you want, then you're in a relationship with yourself. The guy has to also show you every single day that he wants to be in a relationship with you. And he has to prove that through his actions and his words. Can't just be one, can't just be the other. It's got to be both. So, and if his actions are contradicting his words, severable. Goodbye. It doesn't, you have to just, you just have to go jettison the thing. You gotta jettison the thing. So yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So yeah, that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you incorporate some of the advice. And oh my God, I would love, if any of you on apps, I would love for you guys to come back and tell me if you have any success meeting someone on the app. Oh my God, that would be great. If you guys could come and tell me in the comment section if you have any success on the dating app. If you decide to use some of my tips, if you have any success on the dating apps, especially with photo taking, make sure you get a nice camera to take a photo of yourself, or even just buy a camera to take nice photos of yourself, different outfits, different colors. Make sure the colors of the outfits complement your skin color, make your skin pop. Yeah, there are literally color charts that can show you what colors will go best with your skin color. So yes, that's all I've got to say, guys. I need to go. I'm tired and I'm actually working right now because, as you guys know, I work from home. I run a business and I work in the property tech space. I'm going to drop the link to my business down below in the description box. So if you are interested in knowing how you can start working remotely as well, then you should definitely click on that link, fill out the form, and I will get back to you. Okay? So thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate all the likes, the comments, the subscribers. God bless you all. And I wish you luck in your journey, whether with online dating or otherwise. Okay, bye.